The nation's capital has been another site of large-scale protests. Washington, D.C.'s Mayor Muriel Bowser said today that she wants out-of-state National Guard troops out of the District of Columbia. And the mayor joins us now. Mayor Bowser, thank you very much for being here. It's reported that protesters are gathering in the streets of Washington at this hour. This would be the seventh straight day of protests. You have opted not to impose a curfew, though. Why not?
Judy, we situationally review what our public safety needs are to manage protests. And we have seen over the last 2 nights very peaceful protests. In fact, we have seen the number of people coming down to demonstrate in front of the White House swell quite a bit ever since peaceful protesters were forcibly moved out of the way by the federal police. So people have come down to peaceably protest and police themselves in some ways. So if they see somebody who is not there for a peaceful protest and bent on destruction, we've seen the crowds deal with them.
Do you get some kind of advance word from the organizers of these protests about what their intentions are? How do you get intelligence about what's going on?
Well, sometimes people who organize frequently in Washington, D.C. will reach out to our Metropolitan Police Department or to our Homeland Security Department and give us a heads up. Other times we're listening to intelligence, monitoring social media so that we have a good gauge on how many people are coming and how many staff we need to manage traffic, close streets, and make sure people are safe. We think this Saturday we're going to have a larger crowd in D.C. And we'll make some determinations about what we need in terms of staffing and if we need to reinstate a curfew on that day.
Who has control, Mayor Bowser, of keeping the peace in Washington, D.C.? Is it the D.C. police or is it the National Guard, some of the troops that have come in from elsewhere?
Well, you're highlighting the unique status of Washington, D.C. We're the capital city. We're a federal district. We're 700,000 700,000 tax-paying Americans. And I'm the mayor, governor, county executive all at once. But because we are not a state, the federal government can encroach on our autonomy and bring in federal forces to protect federal assets. And that's what we see in D.C. I am the mayor. We have a police force of 4,000 men and women who protect D.C. every single day, who support First Amendment demonstrations, and the police chief and that force report to me.
So you were critical, Mayor, earlier this week when President Trump his administration ordered the clearing out of peaceful protesters around the White House so that the president could walk over to St. John's Church, that scene where he had his photograph taken holding the Bible. And yet the federal government does have control over that area, does it not?
The federal government and everybody who works for it swears an oath to the Constitution of the United States that allows Americans to peaceably protest, to exercise their First Amendment rights. And what I witnessed, from what I could see, what I think the world could see, is that those people were peaceably protesting. And the specter of federal police or other, releasing munitions to clear the way so the president could make a political statement is abhorrent.
And are you getting a sense right now that the administration is going to hold back in some way? It's being prepared to deploy federal troops. Are you getting any sort of signal through your communication with the White House, with the Justice Department?
Well, let me say this. We, first of all, think that there is a legal question about the president's ability to call in out-of-state National Guard into the District of Columbia, Guard that I have not requested as mayor. And we've pushed back very hard on that. They need to deal with that question, and we think there's some other steps that the president needs to take to do that. We don't know on whose authority that these troops are acting. And this is a similar question that was raised by the Speaker of the House to the President in a letter today. What we know, and has been announced by the Secretary of the Army, is that the active duty military troops, Army personnel who were staged around Washington, D.C., are being sent back to their home base, to their home stations.
And does that give you peace of mind? Are you confident they won't be called back again?
We can't have peace of mind in Washington, D.C. until we have full autonomy and we're just like every other American and we become the 51st state. But you asked me if that makes me feel good, if that makes me feel secure. I don't think any American can feel secure if they watch the President of the United States move on American citizens with active duty military troops.
Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser. Mayor Bowser, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we would ask all of you to please join us Friday night, tomorrow night, for Race Matters, America in Crisis, a PBS NewsHour primetime special. At the end of this difficult week, we explore this anguished moment and how we move ahead.